Hollow Knight community coming
Hello,
to you
everyone.
coming to you live with another race between Blossom Emo and Scout Ihniy. I believe that's how that's pronounced.
Yeah, so we should have a good one here. Unfortunately, Emo's not going to be streaming, but we'll have 3 POVs here to show you. And yeah, it should be getting going pretty soon here. Everyone is just about ready to load in.
Yep. Everyone has the code. I suppose we should set up an R in the chat.
Probably a good idea. But yeah, I assume most people in here have seen at least one other of these all majors races before. For those of you just joining us for your first race, maybe. So all majors is a format, so we'll be playing in the Hollow Knight randomizer. Um, and the goal is to collect all of the major items, which is any like movement ability, all the spells, keys, nail arts, things like that.
True
And then
ending.
true ending, yeah. So dreamers and white fragments, and then going to fight THK and the Radiants. So you'll see once they load into the game, they have a tracker that shows them how many major items are in each area, to
What?
give them some guidance on where to go.
So we have the count visible now from one of the teams, and I'd like to point out Howling Cliffs 5.
Yeah, Cliffs. That's
That's
not
that's like
usual for
half
that
of that's
area.
half of Cliffs. That's like half of the checks. So this could be interesting.
Yeah, so
Uh,
Emo did say during comms that they were gonna do shade skip from Green Path up into Cliff, so maybe we're gonna see it after all.
yeah, it's really interesting in this format to see what sorts of crazy skips you can incentivize by having the all majors information. And yeah, wings shade skip into Cliffs definitely a priority. I think with
Yeah.
that majors count.
Yeah, and Cliffs is like especially nice because that's an area that you need very little to full clear once you're there.
Oh yeah, I mean if you have wings, I think you can do all of it.
Yeah.
As long as you're able to do the Joni's Dark Room.
And I guess the
Um,
Dream Nail for Gorb, but
that's true. Gorb does require one extra check.
otherwise, let's see what we have. City 6, Deepness 4, pretty standard for those areas.
SETI 6 does strongly imply at least something at Nailsmith, probably.
Most likely, but City has so many checks that
It is true.
sometimes it's just all in Sanctum.
Fog Canyon 2 is actually kind of high for Fog Canyon, because Fog Canyon does not have a lot of checks.
Waterways 4. I feel like there's been a lot of. I feel like Waterways has just been pretty stacked like this whole tournament so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Queen's Garden 0, Fungal Waste 0. Those are interesting traps, since Fungal Waste 0 might mean we see a very late GPZ check this seed.
Yeah. Yeah, Fungal Zero, I feel like is. That's like the one area I really don't want to have zero. Because it's like so central. Like you want to go through there anyways for a lot of just getting to other areas. It can feel
And
like really awkward.
I think Fungal is also unique in that it blocks checks both in Dirtmouth and Deep Nest. I
Yeah.
don't think any other area links to two other areas like that. All right, we have our 4 Rs, so I think we can count our runners down. There we go.
Awesome.
And they're off.
Nice. So
We'll see
brief
them.
delay for the stream to catch up, and then we'll see them start running.
So White Palace 2 this seed, so high chance of something in Path of Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Green Path 2, Kingdom's Edge 3.
With an edge start. Yeah, that's a tough decision for Blossom and Scout here. Like, are you gonna go and start working on some of these edge checks, or do you just go straight for that city, try to prioritize the 6 there?
And we see QG Stag immediately at Slobra. And Resting Ground Stag. I don't think both can be afforded. They're going to buy the RG Stag first, it looks like.
Hey, this is really interesting. Like, already seeing a QG Stag like that in shops, like, I'm immediately, like, warning signs are like stag progression. Like, you're gonna go to QG stag. The stag is gonna have like something you need there, like either
Yeah.
most likely another stag. Like I feel like Rando 4 really loves to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
it's important to follow the major count to be competitive in these races, but
mhm.
also like at least for the first 20 minutes or so until you have like two movement abilities, you kind of have to ignore the majors counts.
And just
Because
follow logic as much as you can. Yeah.
exactly, you might just need to find simple keys, you might need to find stags, or you might need to spend the last 20 minutes hunting that sixth Paylor.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's the kind of thing where just like having a lot of rando experience really helps out, just like being able to recognize those kind of situations of where logic wants to take you.
So we've got Blossom checking the edge map here. Emo finding C dash.
Interesting. We haven't seen that from Ihniy yet, so I'm guessing it's probably shop totem.
I
Um,
think it would need to be. And
oh,
oh, there's a
okay.
claw.
So
Um,
I think Scouts is a little delayed, but it looks like it must have come from King Station.
yeah, Scout Stream didn't pick up for a minute or so, so I think we're going to see that claw at King Station or possibly Dermot Stag.
Yeah.
And we have a Dream Nail already from Emo as well, so we should be seeing that soon. So this is some crazy early movement, and this is actually can be quite scary for our runners here because it's a claw first seed.
Yeah.
They have city and edge access already and left side access. This basically opens up the entire map immediately,
Hmm.
which is very frightening because you really want that early dash, and it can be a real roll of the dice here to see which team goes to the right area first and finds the dash.
Yeah, I think with C dash, it at least it's not quite as scary. Like at least you're not going to be that slow. Like you have something to let you get through long rooms quickly, but like
Mm-hmm.
honestly, what I really want to see here is these crossroads start players like this feels like you just go straight to cliffs. Like you go to Dirtmouth, you check your shops, and you're just in cliffs, and you're just getting everything there.
Yeah, I think early cliffs is 100% the only play in this situation. That's such an unprecedented major density for an area.
Yeah, and it's such a quick area to clear too.
Mm-hmm.
And like
And
some of the things you
they
might be
have they have the dream nail too, so they can do gore.
right. Yeah, you might be a little worried, like no Balder killer to check Balder shell, but like with 5 there, you're probably gonna find one before you get down there.
Yeah, I mean it's almost guaranteed. Stagnest is also off the table. I don't know if claw C dash Stagnest is a thing.
I don't.
Uh,
I mean, there's so many bench flies in that room that I'm sure you could do something. But
don't
it's
you need some sort of air stall if you don't have dash with the claw, right?
um. I mean, that's like the typical setup that people go for is using an air stall. But like again, like you
Mm-hmm.
can bring like 4 bench flies over there if you wanted to. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
shade can spawn in a good position too. Like I'm sure there are things you could do to get it with really low equipment, but that's not the kind of thing that I would expect to see in a race like this.
So it looks like Emo just checked Sly, if I'm
Hmm.
reading the stream correctly. So they're probably heading over to Cliffs now, I would guess. Scout is working on resting grounds, and Ihniy is hopefully heading up to Cliffs here. That seems like the correct play.
Yeah, I think it's a tough decision for the call start player. Like it's nice having those stags giving you more
Mm-hmm.
things to do, but it's like now there's so much, and especially with claw, so much of
Mm-hmm.
it that's in logic too. Like Sanctum stuff is already opened up for them. Like with C dash,
Yep.
like going to Broken Vessel, Lost Kin is an option. Like, and
Uh,
then
Blossom is
QG.
going to be heading straight over to Nailsmith here, which I don't think we've seen any pale ore yet. So
Yeah, I think
we'll
at
see if
least
this
are they
works
gonna
out.
go get Quirrell bench first? That's what I expect. Yeah. Oh, or maybe not.
Or they might.
Oh,
That
that really sucks.
that doesn't look right. I don't think that's a whoops.
Yeah, you need to be careful sea dashing off of like any city elevator, or that can just happen. It's pretty awful.
It's maybe technically out of bounds, but obviously did not benefit Blossom in any way.
Right. Yeah, Blossom just can't stop doing major glitches. True. And it looks like Blossom's gonna go back for it. Yeah, I feel like in situations like that, no, Blossom, please don't do it again.
That was a weird. That felt like they fired early enough. I'm surprised that hit the wall collider there.
It's just jank. I think probably the problem it's probably the game is trying to like extrapolate your movement upward from the elevator like momentum and probably just breaks.
Oh yeah,
everything.
I guess for the beginning stretch of the C dash, the elevator is technically pushing you upwards.
Yeah.
All right, so Blossom gonna go for take 2 on Nailsmith. Ihniy is not going to cliffs. Gonna keep working on crossroads. We have a Grimchild on Team Blue. I'm assuming that's from Cliff somewhere, which is a funny place to find it for sure. We have Grubs being saved on Team Red. I don't. Did you happen to catch Grub Father?
I didn't. I'm guessing Ihniy must have checked it. Unfortunately, we can't really tell from Emo's side.
Yeah, we don't really know.
Someone checked 20 Grubs love key. Okay. No.
Okay, that's a pretty safe grub number. You don't have to make any real sacrifices to get a late 20 grub count.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing you just can worry about getting the ones that are the most convenient, that are just on your way, and not have to be too scared.
Or you can just be Blossom and get 46 grubs every time.
True, just save all the grubs anyways.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so there's a city major, a spore shroom at Lem Egg.
So Blossom probably just going to check storerooms first and then maybe think about Sanctum.
I will say, so I'm trying to look at the tracker. So Emo definitely was in Cliffs, and so far only Grimchild coming out of there.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, it is possible, right? Because you've got 2 checks in Jonies and 2 checks in Stag Nest that are completely skippable. And also, I don't think we've seen a Baldur kill. Oh, well, we have Spore Shroom.
Yeah, yes. that is pretty notable. First Baldur killer for blue team there.
Not a logical Baldur killer, I think, but
an easy one to do at least. Yes. Yeah, I think it's obscure skips. So
that would be an unusually troll Cliffs if all the majors are in Dark Jonies and Stag Nest.
Yeah, right.
Green Path is usually the trolliest area, I feel, because like you can get there and you can do half of it with no items, but then the other half is locked behind Claw and Dash and Wings, and it's just this place you keep coming back to for 1 or 2 more checks.
Although, like, Claw C Dash, that's like pretty good for being able to do most of Green Path.
Yeah, I think that gets you everything except Chio and probably Shape of Un.
Yeah. And No Eyes.
And No Eyes themselves, but obviously you can always do the Mass Shard Dark. So we have Ihniy going into Mound, which I think is a good play. You don't need a Baldur Killer to full clear Mound if you have Claw. Blossom finds the Quill.
There's also a Pale Lord there in City, so that's the first one there for blue team.
Did Blossom actually check Nailsmith? I don't know.
No, I don't think they have. And I don't think they got Quirrell Bench either, so. Oh, what is this? A Wings and Cliffs from Emo.
Oh, that's good. I want that based on the time delay there. I'm predicting. Yeah, I think Tim is correct here. I think that Wings was in Dark Jonies.
In Jonies, yeah, it feels like it.
So props to Emo.
It could have also been at Baldur Shell, and Emo had to warp back to a bench to
warp back and put on Spore Shroom.
Yeah.
That's a hard play to make, but I mean with Cliffs. If you've done all of Cliffs and there's still 4 majors there, I think it's a pretty reasonable thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, we don't know. Unfortunately, we don't know how long Emo was working on Dark Jonies, if at all. So we can only guess where the majors are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it looks like the crossroads have really not giving too much to Ihniy here.
Yeah, Crossroads 3 is kind of low.
Yeah, especially when you
considering
know already ones and grubs.
that's true. Glowing Womb is in Logic, which is
True.
gross right now. There's a Wraiths from Cliffs. Okay, so it does, and I think, yeah, Tim has pointed out that we haven't seen that burst of consecutive checks from Cliffs down by the Grim Lantern. So it does seem like Emo was probably working on Dark Jonies for a while and is now finishing up the rest of Cliffs.
Yeah, finding wings there is like pretty nice because that just means like that right there is assurance that you get a full clear Cliffs.
And it's so much nicer than having an in logic wings because now you get all the convenience of wings without the pressure of everything that it unlocks. Like you know that
True.
at this point you know that the dash is probably not wings locked.
Mm-hmm. Although once you already have claw, like there's not that many things that are gonna be wings locked that you're like too worried about.
Yeah, wings does not lock a lot of things, but it does make a lot of the movement a lot easier and lets you clear a lot of rooms more quickly.
Hey, I guess you know there's not gonna be your first dash at GPZ, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and we'll see when people decide to go to fungal. That's the thing that really scares me about fungal zero. Like when do you actually go check GPC? That's such a trek. I think actually what we'll see, like we already have early simple keys, so probably nobody actually goes into fungal. They just clear waterways and go check Rando from there. I think that's probably what we'll see.
I think that makes a lot of sense. And then you just really put off Deep Nest Mash Shard, probably.
I mean, that one's not bad. If you have to go down to Bread Bench anyway, it's a pretty quick trip to Fungal Core from there. But yeah, I think you do the rest of Deep Nest first. But even so, like with Map Rando, Fungal Core leads to 3 Deep Nest checks that you cannot get from the rest of Deep Nest. So it's still a pretty reasonable play.
So we're seeing some new stuff here from Scout. Well, I guess Blossom already covered some of these edge checks, but with Claw might be going over to Oro. Blossom doing some new stuff here in Basin.
Yeah, Blossom I think just got Hopper Idol, the Rancid Egg, and the map, and then worked out because they didn't have movement yet.
I don't think they got the egg actually. I think they got the Soul Totem, but it didn't look like they tried to skip up to Acrid Egg.
That's possible. Oh no, and then we see an unfortunate death from Scout here.
Yeah, that Hopper getting stuck on the wall right there when it's supposed to jump, I think threw him off a little bit. But thankfully, that's like a short death. Like they're right there.
Early Edge without mass or a dash is pretty rough. Edge is a pretty brutal area.
Yeah. So we're still not seeing Cliffs from Red Team. Ihniy here. I didn't see how exactly they got to Green Path.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did they go through from the Balder?
Do they have a Balder killer right now? I guess they could have used Force Room, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just guessing based on the order that they're doing these checks in. Yeah. Because I wasn't, I didn't see.
Blossom's gonna go check Kalos now. I think this is a good play. Soul refill and a soul refill. Love to see it. Maybe just gonna grab the bench here. Fighting Pale Lurker without dash is rough. Yeah, not gonna go fight Pale Lurker right now. Maybe gonna do a Sanctum play here, or yeah, looks like it's gonna be, or maybe they're going to Waterways. Waterways is probably the more dense play right now.
Yeah, especially with having C-Dash Claw, like you're able to.
We don't see that dive yet.
Yeah, the dive is what would make Waterways like really huge. Being able to just get everything in Junk Pit.
Tim confirming in chat that Wings was in fact in Dark Jonies.
Okay. This could end up being a rough seed for red team if they're putting off
Still,
cliffs, and
yeah,
especially if
still
they're
not
like
going
not
to
feeling
cliffs.
great about Dark Jonies.
Yeah, which is I don't Wings isn't the biggest thing right now, but it will certainly hurt if Dash continues to take a while to be found.
Yeah.
Wings is basically a mid-air dash in some situations. Yeah, so the one thing that stinks about Waterways right now is that we don't have a dive. So there's actually not a ton that Blossom can do here. But they can at least get the bench, and they can do a fair bit of the West Waterways checks.
Yeah, I wonder if we're going to see them head to save red already.
That could be a good play. And it makes perfect sense for Blossom to do this as they're the one with the edge start, just in case.
Ooh, missed a little while ago, but red team found a Hera in green path, it looks like. I think that was probably below the Hunter.
Yeah, that does seem like it's where it would be.
Also, just a ton of essence in a row here.
Yeah, I don't know. Did we see anything at Seer?
I was not paying attention to the resting grounds trip.
I don't think Blossom Emo have been to RG yet.
No, they haven't. Now, what is this? Looks like an elegant key pickup from Emo in Peak. Oh, interesting.
So,
yeah.
so maybe. Well.
So Emo had to have gone through the elevator then. That's the only way they have into Peak.
Yes, that is correct. I was saying they might be using this for the Dark Room over to RG. RG Stag is available at Slubra, but I believe it costs.
Sure they bought it too.
Yeah, I think Team Red bought RG Stag. I don't know if I saw it.
I thought both of them did, but
it would make sense. Awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like Peak 6. Like, we didn't really mention that earlier on. I think because it was obscured by mod lists. But Peak 6 is pretty notable.
Yeah, that's quite dense. Yeah, it makes sense that would be the next place Emo goes.
Oh, a Stagnant Stag in Waterways, huh?
That's gonna clear out the Colin Cliffs is already at 0.
Yeah.
Emo might have already checked Stack Nest.
Right, Emo did, but I'm more thinking then, like, I'm kind of thinking, like, if there is some kind of logic chain that's supposed to lead to that, like, as your way into Cliffs, like, or I guess your way into Stagnest, yeah.
Yeah, we only have one. We only have one simple key for Team Blue right now. Ihniy going for Infection Pogo into Fungal. Love to see it. Let's see if they get it on this attempt.
Yeah, I'm just a little surprised, like, going for this Fungal with 0 majors over the cliffs that you have access to with.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're avoiding cliffs right now. Like, Peaks is fine because they don't have a way into Peaks, but they can go to cliffs. And maybe Ihni's gonna go there now. Okay. So yeah, we'll see if Ihniy has a Dark Jonies. If they don't, then I think they're not actually getting a ton here. Blossom not even going to check, not even checking Dash Master because it's Fungal 0. I don't know. That could be DV Stack. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things it can be that are useful. They haven't found any Fragile Charms yet.
Blossom, don't die.
Nobody's looked at Egg Shop yet.
Yeah, like I understand skipping checks that are out of the way, but Dash Master is right there.
Yeah, you're walking right past it. How many majors do comms have? I don't know if I found any yet, to be honest. I think I'm still searching.
I'm still looking for Dash.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of be like there's some real potential for a trolley seed with like they need an egg hunt or a Palor hunt at the end, and they just all be in fungal like.
We have a Lurian from Emo. I'm assuming that's in Peaks. Yeah, Peaks is down to 4. And I don't think there's anything that Emo can't do in Peaks right now, except for dive locks.
Things.
Yeah,
There's quite a few.
300 Essence, and that's 3 Lifeblood Mass at GPZ, so no GPZ this seed.
Nice. I do really like getting that info out of the way early.
Scout heading down to Basin. Has Blossom already been there?
Yeah.
I think but I saw Blossom doing the Palor earlier.
Yeah, but no major pickups for blue team when they were there. So
yeah,
unless Scout is heading to like Broken Vessel Lost Kin area, or maybe Hidden Station Tag, I don't think they find anything here.
Yeah, I don't know if Blossom checked Hidden Station Tag. That would have been a good quick thing to check. Blossom is gonna go ahead and make the trek into Fungal Core here, and probably just go into Deepness this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, you just take this as your Deepness access. Like, neither player has like really anything better than that as a.
Interestingly, skipping Dash Master but getting the Fungal Core checks.
Sometimes you just have a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like. I think we see. So Emo picked up a dupe wings in Peak too.
Oh,
this lack of dive is starting to feel a little bit like frustrating for some of these areas they're trying to clear.
I mean, we're still not even halfway in. We're still at 33 majors for Team Blue.
Yeah, it's just like unfortunate with like these areas you want to do early. Like there's a lot of them with a lot of dive locked things.
Yeah. Fortunately, Deepness doesn't have anything dive locked.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see a Dark Deepness play from Blossom. I think as long as that count stays high, we absolutely will and should. And with Wings Claw, Dark Deepness is not bad. You'd really rather have the dash, but Wings Claw carries quite a bit.
I think Wings just in general is like such a huge help for Dark Rooms.
Yeah, the Wings Claw is really nice for like the main Dark Room, just climbing up to the left side that I find. Not having Claw there makes that room a bit rougher.
And then you don't need to really worry about like going for enemy pogos or.
Yep. Pogoing Weavers in the dark is always super fun.
Yeah. It's like the kind of thing that should be fine because they're pretty consistent with their movement, but.
And they have pretty large hitboxes.
Yeah. But it's still really easy to mess up and just die for it.
Yep. Not going up to the Deep Nest upper map. Hopefully there's nothing up there. Nope. Blossom heard me and remembered to go check the Deep Nest upper map.
Okay, so I feel like I never see anyone else do this, but I feel like waiting and checking it from failed tram is like not the worst thing also. I guess in this case you probably just go up because it's like from the same spot, but
I have blocked that connection in the map out of my memory. I don't remember that it exists. I never use it. It's just a soul refill on here. Up here, unfortunately.
And I mean, with these settings, like with the mimics randomized, so Blossom's not going to go for the grub.
Yeah,
but like,
that's. But you don't. Yeah, it's pretty nice. You don't need that the 20 grub thing is love key, which is not anything that you're going to need anytime soon.
They're already at 8 grubs. It looks like on the tracker. Emo is in peak. Like that's a great place for getting grubs. So.
That's very true. And honestly, Deep Nest, like even without the Mimic Room, Deep Nest is nice. You have the Nos Grub, you have the Grub below Zote, you've got the Beast End and the Dark Room Grubs. Like you can rack up grubs pretty quickly in Deep Nest just doing checks. So Ihniy has made their way through Cliffs and unfortunately only found 2 of the 5 majors.
Yeah.
So we know at least the Wings is in Joni's. I don't know if there was another major in Joni's. Was that press G to dab? Does Ihniy have the press G to dab mod?
Oh, I missed it, but
Right after VFK, I think they have that mod on.
I'm trying to see, looking at the two trackers, see what they're like missing from each other. Something we didn't point out. There was a Defender's Crest that Scout picked up at Nailsmith, which I think was just at the very first one. Yeah, it looks like Defender's Crest and then Deep Focus. I didn't catch whatever is at Nail 3.
Yeah, boss, I'm probably going to wait for 3 Pale Lore before going to Nailsmith at this point.
Yeah.
Gonna make their way right over into Ismus Grove. But yeah, we're really... dive... We still haven't seen a dash, and we haven't seen a dive.
Yeah, which I'm a little surprised. Like, with some of these really stacked areas that they were rushing, like, I expected to see something.
Yeah, Vale, you can thank Tim for this seed. This is a Tim seed.
So this is a little bit of an awkward acid skip if Blom's gonna try to do this here. Yeah, you need an air stall to get under there.
Very, very nice.
Nice.
And gets the jump. Yeah, and then this one is easy. You have so much headroom.
But yeah, getting to that wall with, and especially with the Wraiths, like with VS, it's not too bad, but with Wraiths, that's pretty brutal.
I'm just going to check the grub first, because why not?
In case you find Isbaz at the other one. Yo, it's the Vengeful Spirit grub. Let's go.
Oh, I think it's actually faster to not have Ismas here, and we're baited for a second. Scout making a Sanctum play. Blossom has not entered Sanctum yet.
I mean, I've said this many times on comms. I don't like going into Sanctum without having both Claw and Dive. But like in my last race, it can just be in there. Like
yeah, it certainly doesn't feel good. But at some point, like you have to weigh the number of checks remaining in there with like the rest of the garbage checks that are available, and sometimes Sanctum, like half Sanctum, is just the better play.
Also, clutch charm notch pickup from Ihniy there, saving Scout at 1 health.
Oh, perfect. I love those.
Yeah.
So do we know where... I have no idea where Emo is right now. Like, they're still in peaks, or are they wrapped up in peaks? Because we still have...
I see that they picked up that top simple key sets from Crystal Peak.
Okay, so they're still just working on peaks.
Yeah, at this point, they can't have too much left there. That's what I'm thinking, but...
All right, Ihniy is going to warp out here and not get the Lake of Unbench. Blossom! Oh no! That was a clutch air stall to try to save the fall into the swim there. Unfortunately, I think they activated it a little bit too early to actually get the save.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the worst death. Like if they're able to get the swim skip, they're right back to their shade real quickly.
Yeah, it's not far from the bench. They came from the top of Edge first, right? Did they just forget that they had Kings? Yeah, that's...
No, so I think they checked the Acrid Egg and the entrance relic on the way in, and we're just going to come get the grub, so...
Yeah, so this is a fairly consistent routing choice.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to get the grub here, and that gets them up to 10.
I mean, I think if you're just going back for your shade in the grub, I think it's definitely faster to go from that way, Vale.
Yeah, if you've already done the upper checks and you're just doing down. Although I'm surprised they're not continuing on into Edge at all.
Yeah.
Gonna go check Shade Soul here.
So yeah, we see Scout finding a Crossroads tag at the end of Sanctum and nothing else. So
it's quite unfortunate. We do have another simple key from Peaks, so maybe we'll see some egg shop or pleasure house soon. Maybe maybe progression is hiding in one of those areas.
Oh my gosh, wait, the dash, Ihniy just got
Oh,
dash from Scout. It's at Pale Lurker Idol?
oh no.
Huh. Wow,
That is unfortunate. That was
that's
accessible from the very beginning.
well, I think it's the swim skip one, right? Yeah, it's at the
Yeah, I
swim
mean, but
skip.
we had C dash claw in like
Hmm.
2 seconds. And, oh no, another death from Blossom there, fighting the Soul Warrior.
Also, really nice on Scout getting that swim skip first try right there. I think that's one of the tougher ones. We see a tram pass at 8 eggs. Um, they don't have the newer tracker with. I guess the newer tracker doesn't show eggs anyways. But it looks like they don't have quite enough for the tram pass.
So we'll see how long Red can hold on to this dash lead. Without the wings, it's not the greatest. We have no idea where Lantern is. Lantern could
Yeah.
be anywhere.
No
But the
idea where
dash,
Lantern is, no idea where Swim is, and both of them locking some like pretty crucial movement.
but the dash helps a lot. And if they can hold on to this lead for like another 15, 20 minutes, they could be right back in this with check velocity.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, they might. Like, how long is it going to be before Blossom goes to check Pale Lurker?
Yeah,
without,
right.
Like, because you don't want to go to Pale Lurker without a dash. That's a hard
Right.
call to make.
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of thinking about it like. I think if they find like another Wraith for Shriek or a VS or two, I could see Blossom going back for it. But I think if they find a dive, like I think you just go and you do dive locked edged things, and just
You
put it
go
off
down to
even
Oro.
longer,
You don't
so.
you don't go down to there's a King Station stag. That's nice for emo for potentially splitting some stuff in city. I don't think we've seen anyone inspire yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and an Isma's that Scout's about to pick up here. Wow, so another major that they had access to,
Oh, it's
like
just
actually from the start.
and so
Yeah.
Scout's gonna finish this arena with 1 health, like a boss. I got a Salmon heal. That's fine. We do
I
it. We take
respect
those.
that.
We take those two. Yeah, just this Isma's right here since the beginning, and there's a tram pass from Ihniy.
Yeah, so they grabbed that from the
Oh, right. That
egg
you
drop.
said. Yeah, that was that 8 grubs.
8 eggs.
Yes. Diff-
Other shop.
different word with a G in it.
2 Gs even.
I wonder if they're probably going to take this Isma's over into Fog Canyon, I would imagine. Although with Crossroads 3 still on the table, I would typically take the high route here. But I guess checking Leg Eater is fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad to just pop up and check the Soul Totem.
I don't know if it's fast, like, because if you care about getting the grub, which you do, you need 20 grubs here.
20.
I feel like the top route is faster, but
I mean,
not
it definitely
not a
depends on
significant
benches.
difference.
Like, if they have a mount bench and don't have Crossroad Hot Spring, then I think going from Leg Eaters is probably better.
I think they do have Crossroads Hot Spring.
Okay. I've been trying to watch on Blossom's tracker, see where Emo is. So it looked like they were doing some Crossroads cleanup and are now into Green Path.
Yeah, that Palar just came from Green Path.
Yeah, so we did see red team clear Green Path already. I believe it's the Hera and a nail upgrade that they found there. So not going to be.
So we're still missing Monomon, but we have 2 of the Dreamers now, I think. Because we've already seen Lurian. Lurian was in Peace somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. But yeah, no sign of Monomon yet.
And we know that Blossom's not going to find anything in Sanctum here without Dive. Unless they do Tyrant, which would be a decision.
That is an option. I don't... I don't think it's a great option.
No, not with. I mean, maybe if you have Sprint Master, but yeah,
But
this
even
is a.
then, no void spells. Like you don't really want to. I don't know how many nail upgrades they have, but you don't really want to take them for this.
I think they have at least two, but
Like maybe you do it, but it feels bad.
at some point, like when you are missing dash for long enough, you start to get a little desperate.
Yeah. Can we see? So one of the majors in Fog Canyon was a nail upgrade. I think that was at the Charm Notch.
That or the map.
Yeah.
Fog Canyon 1. I wonder if they're going to check archives here. Archives could be pretty rough.
Yeah, and I guess as Chad is saying, like that's kind of what I meant earlier on. Like having C dash means you're not too worried about dash. Like it's gonna help them keep up. Like it's definitely still a disadvantage, but not nearly as bad as it would be without it.
Yeah, but we see dash being held onto, and this dash again could be unfound for quite a while by blue
Yeah.
team. I'm really curious now about this dive. Where
Okay,
we
so Blossom's
find
gonna
the
come up,
dive.
do the City Vessel Fragment Arena, is gonna find Isma's.
Dash Bad Magic was at the Pale Lurker King's Idol. They did a Claw C dash swim skip for it.
Ihniy going just straight into Umu here, which I guess like you have
With Fog Canyon 2, I respect it, especially if your teammate has already. If you, I
well,
mean,
Fog
if
Canyon won at this point, like, and they haven't. I don't
yes.
think they've done autopilot or overgrown mound, but
Doing this before autopilot is definitely questionable. But I can also see like if your teammate is busy in deep nests, and like in this case, like I don't know. I don't think it's the worst play.
yeah, I mean, I think it's looking pretty unfortunate right now when they're going to the third cycle here for Umu.
Mm.
Um,
Don't have a ton of combat upgrades.
yeah, and it doesn't look like they're able to get too many dream nails, and they're going for some now. Yeah, like I think at this point, like it's probably better. Like you don't really have the tools to be super great against Umu.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah, this is definitely not the most efficient use of time. Scout is gearing up for something. Just heading into deep nest, it looks like. All right, Blossom gonna go get the dash here, and it looks like first try. There we go.
Nice.
And not even gonna fight Taylor. We're just taking the dash and running.
That's kind of funny. I'm a little surprised. Like at that point, why don't you fight Pale Lurker?
I mean, you don't. Do they even have a VS yet?
They have a Wraith. I think Wraith is
It's Wraith.
maybe
It's
not
Wraith.
just as good.
I think Wraith is only good against Pale Lurker if you get them on the bottom row, right?
So I've kind of started going for stuff with like Wraiths and Shriek. Like if you get them on the top, like you chase them to one of the edges and then like just try to cut them off, and Pale Lurker will try to climb back up.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just go for Wraiths as they're climbing. So I don't know. I think Wraith Lurker can work pretty well.
So Blossom just gonna go work on the rest of Edge here.
Yeah.
And I don't. Have we seen much of Edge from Red Team? Have they gone down to Oro?
Yeah, I think it was Scout who started an Edge, right? Yeah, they went down and checked Oro and those
Yeah, still
like, Soul Totem.
Still no wings for Red Team, and we're probably not going to see it until they find Lantern.
Okay, just an Agate Monomon. We'll see if the Luma Flies have anything.
The Luma Flies have a King's Brand.
Okay.
So skipping autopilot did in fact work out in this case. Potato Wings was in Dark Jonies.
And another in Peak somewhere, we're not sure where.
Yes. which we haven't seen dive or lantern yet, so
Yeah.
it's not possible to get into peaks without that wings.
So let's see. Okay, Emo just picked up the nail upgrade in Green Path. Still has the Hera left to find, I believe.
Blossom probably going to Nailsmith here. And they're already pretty
Or
stacked on
Pale
cash, so they don't need to talk to them. And I think we're going to find a Defender's Crest here, right? It's one of the
Yes, I
city
think
majors.
that's the first one here, yeah.
Scout taking out Zote's prison guards. Yep, there's the D crest at nail 1.
Yep.
And we're gonna see all of the Nailsmith checks
quick
here.
Focus or something here. Deep focus.
Deep focus
the other
for
one.
0. Even at 0, it's too expensive. There's a greed at nail 3.
Hate to see it.
That's spicy. We've still got 2 majors in Dirtmouth. And a heart at nail 4. We have, although that was unbreakable heart for them, so they already have fragile.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
So they do not care about nail 4. That's 2 fragile charms at Nailsmith. That's something.
Yeah, and I guess we're not sure if Emo has previewed any of the fragile checks yet.
I would hope. Yeah, they have Grimchild. So and Emo has been to Clips with Dreamnail. So
yeah.
Shaman Stone for 2 from Emo somewhere. I think they're still in peaks. Charm Notch from Tuck, not a major, but always nice to have. Ihniy going to check the Blue Lake Egg here. Blossom probably going to Pleasure House, I would be my guess.
They have... Yeah, I mean, I guess it...
Or...
No, not
nope.
Pleasure House. Okay.
Just going to Spire, then.
Yeah, because I was thinking, like, I don't know if they really have the keys for Blossom to be using that. Like, because they already used one on Waterways, and I assume we're going to try to save one for Junk Pit.
Probably. Yeah, they need to find that dive.
And I think they have King Station Stag, right? I think that was something that... Yeah, yes. You mentioned. So I think it would make a lot of sense for Emo to go do Pleasure House at some point.
Yeah, that would work. That would make a lot of sense. We still don't know where this Wrestling Grounds 1 major is.
No,
because Team's already been to RG, so we should know at this point it's not at Seer. Or hopefully they wouldn't be doing right now.
Yeah, if it's not here, then it's dive locked, so...
Yeah, which is unfortunately quite a lot of checks in Wrestling Grounds.
Yeah. Oh, it's a swim there.
There's a swim from 0. So that was okay. So that's Pale Lurker Idol
the
was
logical progression. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That Pale Lurker Idol was logically accessible very early. Scout gonna be doing Abyss, which I think is a first.
Yeah. Yeah. Emo and Blom still don't have the King's Brand. Oh wait, no, the swim was from Abyss.
Oh, it was. It was just a timing thing.
It was just a timing thing. It's a Pale Lord at 0, a swim in Abyss. Okay.
Where? But they're checking Lifeblood now, so where?
It was at the Lifeblood Core Egg, the Arcane Egg. The timing's desync between Scout
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was confused by the order of the recent items there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until just now, like, seeing Scout pick it up.
Yeah, I just saw it pop in when they defeated 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they still have Wrestling Grounds 1.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely gonna be dive lock. Still potential for Flower Quest. You'll love to see it.
So far, no reward at Water Spire for Blossom. Gonna go check Lurian. Ihniy is going for that glowing room, which I don't know. Emo could have done it at this point. We don't know.
Yeah. If it's not here though, there's very few crossroads things left for those last two majors.
I think we'll find that red not having the wings here is going to just really hurt them in the long run. Also, I'm gonna go check the Garp journal, and it looks like it's Weaver Song. Based on that grub, I'm guessing Emo is heading into Fog Canyon. Did Team Red not check? Did they not check the acid totem?
I don't think they did. Wait.
Oh no.
Yeah, and he wasn't.
That has to be what it is, right?
No. It definitely is. It definitely is. Because Emo just found that compass in Fog Canyon.
Oh no. He didn't check the totem. Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, well, speaking of, Ihniy's in the room, so...
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's pretty unfortunate thing to forget, like...
Well, good thing they remember, or that would have been truly tragic. Okay, so at this point, we have everything except Shade Cloak. So now it's just a matter of going for the majors.
I mean, it doesn't... It's not really going to matter for Blue Team, but not having that... Lantern really might hurt Red Team.
Yeah, but they have the dive now, so they can get the wings and peek, and that's what Ihniy is going to do here.
Which I think Tim put. So Tim,
it's one of the
C-2.
Yeah, so he's not going to get it immediately in peaks, but in the next 10ish minutes they should have it. There's a strength from Emo.
Okay.
And right, that was in. I guess that was in Fog Canyon somewhere. I don't know where that was. But that's all fragiles for Team Blue. We still. Did Team Blue pick up Trampass from Egg Shop yet? I don't know that they did.
I don't know if they've even been in Egg Shop.
Yeah,
but so I mean, it's possible Emo's done it.
I think they probably have because both teams have 2 Dartmouth majors left. So I would guess that their majors are probably we still have shop.
They have Trampass.
Yeah, we still have shop key to find. I don't think anyone's fought Grim yet, probably, and there's always, of course, NMG. So Ihniy is going to work through C peaks here. I think they're going to find a couple things, but they will finally get that wings.
I mean, they could find some stuff that Blue Team didn't. That was dive locked. Like,
this is true, right? Blue Team is still missing 2 majors in C peaks.
Yeah, and they're like almost certainly dive locked ones. Like, the only other one I could see them having skipped is maybe Deep Focus and probably the totem outside of Seamound.
I don't know why you would skip defocus if you have C-Claw wings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if any makes sense, it's that. It's those 2, but... You know what? I'm a little surprised that since getting dive, like, Blossom hasn't really gone back to do any like dive lock things with it.
Yeah, there's still 2 majors in Edge. I would expect
and 3 in Waterways is more what I'm thinking, like Junk Pit.
That's true. It's still Deep Nest 4. I wonder if they're going to warp out now after just clearing Tramway.
Yeah, and I can definitely see it being the kind of thing of like, you had the plan of what you were doing before you found the dive, and you just keep going with the plan.
Yeah, I think in Blossom situation, I do Waterways before I do Edge here, but I think either one is fine. Both are pretty dense dive locked areas. Yeah, and there's There's a little bit of fear here because this is going to orphan the Markov check. So if there's a major there, they're probably not going to get it for a long time.
Honestly, that's the Markov is one that I don't feel too bad to strand. It's close enough to benches like.
Email finding the King's Brand. I think that was at Charge Lumify journal entry, so they've just finished up Fog Canyon. And then I would expect email at this point to go back to peaks and check dive log stuff. Does Ihniy forget that he has C-Dash?
Hopefully not.
I think Ihniy has forgotten that he has C-Dash.
Or is just really...
Or
I guess just committed to doing it without it, yeah. I mean, technically faster to not use C-Dash, but you need to not...
you need to get it first
try. Spikes, yeah. So it'll be a Dream Gate and one of these Oro Dive Lock checks.
And that is a quite late Dream Gate.
Yeah.
Deep Focus is one of the places that I definitely like to use Dream Gate when I can.
Yeah, I mean, Peak in general, I think, has a few pretty good ones.
There's lots of interesting Dream Gate routing there. I have heard that there's almost no difference. Like, if you do Crown, there's virtually no difference between C-dashing out, falling out, or using Dream Gate to get back. Like, they're all pretty similar.
That's funny.
I don't know if that's true.
It's one, yeah, I haven't timed it myself, but...
And this is going to be grub number... I can't read the number here.
It's 16.
All right, so they're almost at the 20 for Love Key.
Grubby little grub, number 16.
So this is Team Blue's last hope for an easy edge major. After this, everything is terrible.
I mean, they haven't done like the lower edge totems yet, right? They have Tram Pass. Those aren't
bad.
That
is true. The ones outside Hive aren't bad. There's an elevator pass.
Oh, where is this? I think it says Crystal.
And there we go. VS at the 420 Geo Rock totem. So edge is done.
Okay, nice. So another thing, we missed from Scout picking up a D-Dark at, I think it was at Fluke Marm. So Blossom...
Dive lock dive. You love
dive lock dive, yeah. Whenever we're going to see the dive lock dive and a dream nail locked dream nail in White Palace.
Always. Blossom going to be following Scout over into Junk Pit here. Only one Waterways major left for red. 3 left for blue. So they're missing one for blue.
I'm wondering, I don't think Blossom talked to Tuck yet, right?
No, they did. Tuck had a charm notch.
Okay.
Or maybe they didn't, but I know Tuck had a charm notch, so that's not
okay. And yeah, there was a VS in Junk Pit.
Oh, okay. Right. I think we're using the count on Ihniy stream for Waterways.
Oh,
so it was I was still looking at Scout's stream, but Scout is in the past. There's Ihniy getting the Lurian, and now they're going to get that Wings at last.
A Shade Cloak in Resting Grounds, or Shade Cloak in Crypt somewhere. It's after the Resting Grounds grub, so that's probably the chest then?
Would be my guess.
Unless Emo just did the fastest flower quest off stream.
That would be my second guess. Although have they bought QG Stag yet? I don't know if they did.
I'm not sure. Probably not.
We're going to see a Dung Defender play from Scout here, which I think is correct in this situation because we know that the last major has to be here.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they haven't done
Is it
right side waterways, I don't think. Like, we know from Blossom that it's not there, but...
There's the wings, and there's a Dream Gate from Scout on Ihniy stream. So
okay.
That's either going to be at D-Crest or at the King's Idol here.
Mm-hmm.
So no white defender this seed, thankfully.
Not going to give us the 2 in a row. You hate to see it. So Blossom's going to come back, work on deepness things. I kind of wonder
finish up deepness.
Where is Emo going at this point? Because I don't know if Emo has a lot of Emo's kind of full cleared their areas.
I don't think we haven't seen a hidden station stag. Like White Palette. Well, no, we don't have a Woken. We don't have a Woken yet. Never mind. There's a city storeroom stag from Galeon.
Yeah. It looks like I think I see Emo back in Crossroads. Is that what that says?
Yeah, there's still 2 majors there.
So
we know one of them is the Love Key. Yeah. We still haven't found this Monomon. Could be Black Egg. I think we know it's not Glowing Womb.
You're right. Yeah, and maybe worst case scenario, you send Emo like. I was gonna say into Fungal for grubs, but that's not even a good place for grubs. Into QG for grubs, I guess.
Well, Blossom hasn't been to Abyss, right? And they do have King Stag, so maybe you just send Emo down to Abyss, and you have them do. Well, no, you don't have to do Lower Edge because they already cleared Edge.
Yeah, Edge is done. So I think that makes sense.
And also just to have them there in case Blossom finds Awoken here in 2 seconds, and then they can go to the Palace. True. Another Pale Ore there from Ihniy. How many Peaks Majors do they have left? They have one Peaks Major left.
And I think it's a T-Mound.
And Emo did finish up Peaks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Doing some Dark Deepness stuff. Where is this lantern?
Where could it even be? At this
knowing
point?
Tim, it's in Path of Pain. We still don't have Awoken. I think both teams have the same 2 Dream Nails.
Well, no, right? Because Blossom hasn't done Dung Defender yet. And so
Team Red's gonna get Awoken here, right? Because there was a Dream Nail in Peaks, I think.
No, I think they already got that one. I think they're missing the one that was Oro Dive locked. Or no, there must not have been a Dream Nail.
There was an extremely early Dream Nail that both teams got.
So then there isn't one in Peak because it was the one that was the Dream Gate that Blossom found past like Oro Dive checks.
Tim saying the last Dream Nail is worse than Path of Pain.
It's why am I nail art in Path of Pain?
Why am I was talking about
Lantern.
The last Dream Nail can't be in Path of Pain. That doesn't work.
Well, I mean, sure it can. You can have a Dupe Dream Nail.
You can have the Dupe Dream Nail there. You can't have the 3rd Dream Nail in Path of Pain.
Can I try to see where Emo is now? Was it City of Tears map in Forgotten Crossroads still? Okay.
Yeah, just trying to find that last Crossroads major.
Yeah, and I mean, at this point, it could just be in Black Egg, like...
So, Team Red's still missing that 1 C-Pix, and I think you're saying that it was in Seamound somewhere.
Yes. And I think that was the Shade Cloak and Seamound, right?
Scout is... what is Scout doing? Scout's probably going to Fungal Core here, right? And going to make their own trek into Deepness.
Mm-hmm.
Which both teams still have Deepness 4. And is it okay, well there's one at DV Stag.
There's gotta be...
Are they all in Beasting?
Yeah,
Where
there
are
gotta be a
these
few in
deepness
Beast Den
checks?
here, right?
I think we have at least one here because the only thing I don't know, did Blossom check Sharp Shadow? 'Cause
I'm
that's
not
another
sure if they
option.
went back for that after
Yeah.
getting Shade Cloak.
Other than this, it's got to be Sharp Shadow or Nosk because Blossom's already
Yeah.
done the fungal core checks. Really smooth movement here through Beast Den.
Oh,
And there's Shopkey. So maybe that'll unlock all the Dirt Myth Majors.
Are we gonna see a lantern locked behind Shopkey's key?
That is possible, but that means
awful.
yeah, DV's tag would have to be somewhere gross, like QG.
Yeah, that QG stag available from the very start. Oh, what is this emo just check? Oh, okay, emo. So a dash at Sly at Shopkey.
And there's Awoken in Beast Den. And there's Dash Slash.
Emo,
and
go back to Sly.
that's deep nest done.
Oh, okay. So they don't even have.
So this is this is you need to know your dark rooms to get through a seed like this.
Yeah.
With how elusive Lantern is being. Blossom. Oh yeah, gonna go finish up Sanctum. I don't know if Team Red has gone back for dive lock things in Sanctum.
I don't think they have.
You have to imagine they also fight Tyrant here.
At the very least, you leave a Dream Gate for it. But yeah, I mean, they've done so much of City that I think you just do it.
Yeah, they've already done Spire, so it's either Tyrant or Collector at this point. I don't know. I mean, Emo could have at some point.
Yeah,
because they have the King Stag and they have the keys.
So I think at this point, like, it makes sense for Emo to do Path of Pain, or sorry, White Palace things, but just kind of knowing their team, like Blossom kind of is the White Palace runner between the two of them. So
Blossom is the Path of Pain expert.
Yes.
It's not that far of a trek for Emo to get down there.
Oh my gosh, another dive lock dive.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, that's brutal. Blossom gonna get the scrub here, and then probably, just nail art.
Yeah. And that is their 20th.
Yep, so that does bring Crossroads down to 1. Ihniy going for failed champ here on 1 health. This is extremely dangerous.
And a Monomon at the end of Sanctum too.
At the end of Sanctum.
City done.
All right. Wow. Yeah. No need for Tyrant.
Okay, Emo's doing Pleasure House just now. And here at Shirley, you send Emo, go pick up that love key at Grubs.
Yep.
Get whatever's in Black Egg. It's probably a major, I think.
Blossom's gonna fight Dung Defender here and finish up Waterways. And then what does Team Blue do? They still have 3. Team Blue still hasn't been to Abyss.
To Abyss, yeah. I think it's probably gonna be like a Blossom White Palace Emo to Basin.
Yeah, I don't
specifically Abyss.
We know that Team Red had hidden Station Tag early. I don't know if Team Blue ever found it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Green definitely has nail upgrades.
It only shows when they claim the nail upgrades.
Oh, I see.
Oh, never mind. I guess neither team has it in Stag, based on what Tim's saying.
Oh, okay. So whoever said Red had hidden Stag was lying.
Oh, Red team does have it. Wait, I didn't realize Red team went all the way to Shade Cloak. Okay.
They did do Abyss.
I didn't realize they went that far in it, but yeah.
That's a funny place for hidden Stag. And a Cyclone Slash from Team Red now, which looks to be the reward at Lostkin or at Wings.
Yeah, so they have it down to Basin 1 already, huh? Oh, I missed the preview thing in White Palace.
I was looking at it and I also didn't get it. So we do have NMG for Team Red. Team Red is doing a good job at finding things that Team Blue doesn't have, but we are reaching the end here. 7-19.
Yeah,
pretty hard to come back at this point.
Yeah, kind of the big problems is like there's just like red team really is not touch deepness at all.
And they haven't entered Palace yet, and like
Yeah.
you can't catch up in Palace. Palace is just a giant linear gauntlet.
Yeah.
Especially against Blossom. You definitely can't catch up against Blossom and Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And they're looking for places to go. Gonna head to Kings here. There was one major, I think. At Elegant Key, maybe?
Is there? No, the last two that they need are both Dive Locked and Sanctum.
Oh, they have two left. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of funny. We're seeing the exact same like city clear here from red team that Blossom and Emo just did.
Yep.
Send one into Sanctum to the dive locked things, the other into Pleasure House.
Yeah, I mean, keys were not super forthcoming this seed.
Mm-hmm.
It was absolutely correct to spend the first can Waterways with Waterways. Yeah, so Scout going to hopefully does the dive block checks before fighting Tyrant, because we know that Tyrant has nothing.
Okay, so yeah, Emo is in Abyss, just picked up that Swim in Lifeblood core.
Is that a Swim that was there? Was Swim duped?
No, that's just where the one Swim was.
No, I thought. Oh, right.
We thought it was at 0.
We thought it was right, but it was not. I can't correct my old brain.
No worries.
All right, yeah. So Scout going to get the two majors back here. The dive locked dive. And where was the other dive locked dive?
In Edge.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Crypts.
Oh, Crypts. Yeah.
It was one that Emo got. Okay.
Right. There was a major at the 420 Geototem, but it was not dive.
Oh, never mind. It wasn't Crypts. It was Fluke Nest. Right. Okay. We're being lied to on the internet, but it's okay.
Everything is fine. We're going to see a Black Egg check here.
Nice.
Which we're still... Is this something? We're still missing one Crossroads major for blue team. Did they pick up Love Key yet? Did they just not pick it up yet?
Let's see on the tracker. No, they haven't picked up Love Key yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They've had the 20 grubs for a while. But I guess there's no rush to get it because City's done.
City's done, yeah. And so we saw Emo picked up what is this? A Shade Cloak and Abyss too. Guessing that's probably in Birthplace. Maybe Void Heart even, it seems like.
Oh, and there is the okay, but no, they already have that check at Black Egg.
Yeah.
Well, we're going into Path of Pain here. Still no majors. Blossom still haven't found any of the two majors in White Palace. And given that they're not heading to the final totem first, I think we can conclude that the preview did not list a major.
Yeah.
Since otherwise you would absolutely do that one first.
So Emo's probably going to end up clearing the rest of Abyss, but we know that last major's at Lost Kin for Basin. Oh, Blossom trying to do a Cyclone drop. Doesn't have Cyclone.
Doesn't have Cyclone. Cyclones at Lost Kin.
Gonna pick up that first White Palace check. Nice. Void Heart.
There's not a lot left for Team Blue here.
Yeah, it's really just this Dirtmouth one that is like maybe gonna be some trouble.
Have we checked NMG? We have, right?
I don't remember. Okay. Tim says we
all right.
and...
Tim's saying lanterns at MMG. That's what Tim's saying. I hear you, Tim.
Like a very clean path of pain so far from Blossom.
Yeah, gone pretty well. They have 5 lifeblood left now. How does that happen?
I think they have a free lifeblood core, don't they?
Yeah, but that's 4, right? How do you have 5?
I mean,
maybe you. I don't see anything in recent. Yeah, I don't see anything in recent items.
Well, if it's one that they'd already picked up before, it wouldn't show up, which I don't know if that is what happened or not.
Very clean. Spike pogos there. Wings mold pogos. Yeah, Scout working on deepness now. They still have all of deepness to do.
Yeah, and we know that so much of it is in Beast End, so they have to go the whole way.
Ihniy is in White Palace.
Nice. And so Blossom just got the last check there. It's in Totem at the start of room 4.
Yeah, it looks... Oh, okay. It was there, not the hidden totem. So, what are they... Are they going to fight... Yeah, they're going to fight Grim here.
Yeah, you might as well at this point.
Not overcharming Grim SMH.
I mean, if you're overcharming it because you were having extra health for Lifeblood Charms...
well, you just take off the Lifeblood Charms.
Which is what they did.
It's so if you have 5 health and Lifeblood Core and you overcharm for it, it's technically like value neutral, right? Not. I mean, you die in 5 hits either way, right?
You die in 5 hits, but you need to heal twice to get an extra hit.
Imagine healing.
Whereas if you don't do the lifeblood, you just need to heal once to get an extra hit.
But you have a free deep focus.
Don't overcharm for charms that give you health. It's like the only time it's worth it is if you're playing like Curse Mask.
That's true. Like if you have 1 mask, then it's still worth it to overcharm for everyone.
Yeah. It's worth it to overcharm anything at that point.
Does Fury work if you have 1 mask and Curse Masks? You
yes,
just like always have Fury?
It does.
That's cool.
Yeah, great. Emo starting Lostkin now? How do you know this, Tim?
Because where else is Emo?
Right, no, I mean... I agree that that's what Emo's doing. They got the soul refill at Wings. Checking Wings before fighting Lostkin. You hate to see it.
Where is this Dirtmouth Major? What?
At NMG. Like, I think we basically know.
Which one does Team Blue have that Team Red does not?
No, Team Red hasn't checked. Oh, of the Dirtmouth. Oh, I see what you're asking. There was something at Shopkey, wasn't there?
Yeah. I think there was a spell or nail upgrade or something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get the thing now.
And just head into Black Egg.
All of the grumbled words.
Okay, there's that Shopkey pickup for Red Team.
And they finishing up right side, gonna make their way into Path of Pain. Yeah, and this makes complete sense for Blossom because there's nothing left to split in Basin. Emo's just wrapping up.
Yeah. They
Blossom.
surely know exactly where the last things are.
Yeah.
Like,
And now Blossom's gonna go check NMG while Emo. What is Blossom doing?
this Blossom's not the one who saved Sly. That was definitely Emo. Right?
Doesn't Blossom?
Oh my gosh, they never checked Dirtmouth stack.
Oh no!
That's really funny.
I think Blossom is
Classic
just
Blossom.
confirming to us that they never checked her in the stack.
I don't think that was for us. I think that was they realized right now that they never checked it. And that they should probably have someone do that.
No fear, never fear.
I'll be honest. I've played too many randos with Blossom at this point. I forget. I don't check Dirtmouth tag anymore, even in these races.
It's so cringe.
It
Why would
really
you check
is,
it even
and
in all majors?
I'm gonna lose a race because of it. It'll be great. Lantern and NMG. What a seed.
White is.
Who dive block dives a Lantern at NMG?
And red does red is red missing an nail art? Oh no! What happened to White Palace?
I think.
Did he warp out too early?
No, you can't really warp out too early. They probably hit the lever to open the cage and didn't hit the orb.
That is possible.
I am pretty sure that's what it is in right side. But it doesn't look like they're sure about it.
Yeah, hopefully they go double check right side. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
I have done that too many times to not recognize it.
I have too many times done the dive to the lever and then dropped down without hitting the lever.
Oh yeah, that's the worst. Oh, gotta love Radiance doing these orbs here for Blossom when they're definitely at low enough health to start the climb. Very fun. Oh, that.
Oh, okay. All right, we're in the danger zone now. Careful, Blossom.
Like, I understand doing that inventory drop into the hazard respawn for speed, but that was like the scariest thing ever.
Those were some hot feet at the end there.
Because you don't get iframes after that. Blossom could have just respawned inside a laser, but thankfully that's not what happened.
GG Blossom.
GG. And I'm sure Emo will be following shortly. We'll be looking at that in the Discord.
Yep, there's the GG from Emo.
Nice. Great. So we'll go ahead and see how red team is feeling. If they're of course welcome to finish up the seed, which looks like they should be able to get through the rest pretty quickly. Assuming Darkness doesn't go horribly wrong. But yeah, otherwise we'll probably see if have Blossom and Emo in VC for a little bit for some interview.
Team Red's still looking for Great Slash. I'm not sure where that one is.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember either. Is there a Tim in my ear who will tell me where Great Slash was? Stagnus Vessel Fragment. That's where Great Slash was. Right.
And then Stagnus Stag was somewhere funny. I don't remember where.
Yeah, at this point, they really just put off that Cliffs 3 after that first trip. Which, like, I understand. Like, it's not somewhere easy at this point, but, like...
Yeah, I mean, if you don't if you don't have the Dark Jonies knowledge, you don't do it in a race.
But you probably go back for Stag Nestag once you have wings.
That you do.
And at that point, it's like 50-50, like whether or not you get one or two. So.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're ready.
I'm ready. Go ahead and bring them on in.
Hi.
Hi, GG.
GG.
Thank you.
Dartmouth Stag is so cringe.
Dartmouth Stag is so cringe. I wasn't going to check it until Emo confirmed that it wasn't at NMG, and so we didn't check it.
That's amazing. But yeah, how did you feel on that? What are your thoughts?
Sucked.
I
yeah.
soft-locked 5 minutes into the race. I soft-locked. You guys saw that, right? You guys laughed at me. It was funny.
It was pretty funny.
I said I'm pretty sure that's technically like out of bounds, but like you didn't benefit from it at all.
It was significant time loss.
Yeah, chat was saying just Blossom refuses to stop doing major glitches.
I'm sorry. I also died twice. You guys like my first death? That one was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, do we have swim? And then died.
I was impressed by the
I almost saved
reaction.
it, but I only had one cast of soul. If I had two, I would have made it.
Yeah, I was really impressed by that quick thinking. Sim didn't actually work.
Blossom, you scared me a lot at that end with that Radiance climb.
Yeah, it scared me too.
You inventory dropped into the hazard, so like
I did.
If there were lasers to respawn, you would have just died.
You have invul, right?
Wait, you keep. Yeah, you don't get iframes when you inventory drop into hazards. That's like why you get wombo comboed.
Oh, well, it was time save because I got controlled, so...
Yeah, it was time save, definitely.
I always do that. I've never gotten punished for it, so I'm gonna keep doing it until I get punished for it, and then I cry.
Okay, great.
So this seed, it didn't have Flower Quest, it didn't have GPZ. It did have 2 dive-locked dives.
Oh my god, yeah.
The Lantern progression was atrocious.
There was Lantern progression? Oh, I guess, yeah, Wings was on.
Wait, where was Lantern? I forgot.
It was on Dark Jonies.
Lantern was in NMG, and then Wings was in
Wings
Jonies.
was, yeah.
I love when Lantern is in Jonies. That's the thing.
Yeah, I love it when that happens. Wait, that was like one of the last things we got, right? Lantern, was that an NMG?
Literally the
Lantern was at
NMG.
NMG.
Lol. Good thing we did Dark Deepness.
I think we figured out that Dash was actually available really early. You just had to go fight Zero for Swim.
No, Swim was not at Zero. Swim
what?
was in a bit.
Right, it was
not fight. Oh, I did fight Zero.
I cannot get that out of my head. I'm trying. So on Red Team's stream, like someone found Swim in Abyss at the precise moment that Zero died. So in my head, Swim was at 0, and I can't convince my head otherwise.
What was it?
Nobody's doing that.
Oh.
I mean, that's
just
that's
do
not
all
just the BB sagas.
Was Green Path already done? I thought Green Path had majors for a while.
It did. What like Green Path majors? I remember
one of them was by the Hunter, right? And was Thorns one of them?
No.
Oh, Azure. Okay. That's basically the same as Thorns.
I remember doing Shio before doing anything like the tank. Right here was there. I mean, I came from Quest, right? So I'm not doing MMC.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the stag progression didn't involve going to fungal with 0 majors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fungal Zero was really... Fungal Zero with GPZ as a major would have been really funny.
Oh, we thought it was funny, but you walked right past Dashmaster. You just didn't.
Yeah, you
I
just
just- I
sneaked
didn't-
over it.
No.
Why would I pick it up? There wasn't anything there.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
What was
A little
it?
zero.
I think it was a seal. We saw, I think,
Okay.
Scout pick it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Who was Dashmaster? Oh, cute. Aw.
Oh, the QG0.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emo, I can't believe you didn't buy the QG stag from Salubra immediately.
I bought Vesting Gun Stag and I was like, I don't know if this might have been a mistake because I'm like,
Wasn't QG Stag charm locked? I thought it wasn't.
no, it was available
No.
from the site.
Oh, okay.
I considered buying it, but I'm like, wait, QG0, I shouldn't buy this. And then I saw Vesting Gun Stag and then I bought it, but like, in retrospect, I think it's a bad play because it's like it was way too much geo. I think it was like 470.
Yeah, they were expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only buy one either way.
Yeah. Well, I'm not buying QG Stag.
Yeah.
But like if
People
there was
just imagine the DV stag at QG stag. That's the world I want to live in.
that's not the world I want to live in. I want to live in any world but that.
So it sounds like Team Red here is going to try to finish. They've got 4 majors left currently. They do have the 3 nail arts now, although I don't think anyone's checking NMG yet.
Yeah,
What is that one Howling Cliffs?
it's Joni's.
Oh.
The wings there, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think Team Red has a Dark Jonies on deck.
Oh, also, I wanted to say I really liked the play the C dash wings claw into peak early.
Oh yeah.
It felt like it didn't pay off super well because so many of them were dive locked.
Dive
but
locked. All of it was
a
dive
really
locked.
good play.
Yeah,
I thought.
we were like originally like Emo was doing cliffs and I was doing like city stuff or whatever, and then I was like, huh. So peak is 6, and Emo was like, huh. So that's what we ended up doing. It was I felt like it was a good idea, but then like everything was like dive locked, and
Yeah.
2 of the dives were dive locked, and then we got dive super late, and then we just were
Thank you,
sad.
Tim.
So
Thank you, Tim.
funny, when you both found dive and it was at the Crossroads Acid Totem, Team Red had already cleared Fog Canyon, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they didn't check the totem. And then somebody remembered and went to check. They got dive like a minute after you did.
Not even a minute. It was like, or maybe around. It was probably a little less than a minute. It was.
It was
really
pretty
together,
quick.
Yeah.
But like whoever went into Fog Canyon first just didn't check Crossroads Acid Totem, and then we saw it was dive. And we're like, oh no.
I actually would love to see a count of how many majors in this seed were dive locked, because it feels like it was half of them.
It was a.
I mean,
You both got the same first dash. You both did swim skip to Pale Lurker Idol, which I thought was funny.
Oh, also, wait. Speaking of swim skip, acid skips, Blom getting the first try Wraith's air stall into Isma's acid skip.
Oh, I liked that. I was
was
glad I
good.
got it first try because I didn't want to deal with farming soul.
Yeah.
Blom's such a gamer.
Oh, and I got first try Pale Lurker Idol skip
go.
without dash. I was happy about that. I was like, yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
I think both teams got it first try. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
Yo,
Oh, and there's Scout entering Seamound, and as soon as he does, Ihniy finds Lantern right after they finish the Kickstarter.
Yep.
And yeah, they're gonna get this one CPix thing here. And then what are they missing?
No way, only 8. What? It felt like so many more.
it felt so
I'm-
bad.
Yeah.
And then wait, there's a major in Black Egg, wasn't there?
Yeah, do you count that one? I would count that one.
I think you count. You definitely count that one.
Yeah.
You can
do that?
you can talk to Quirrell during the Black Egg cutscene.
I did not know you could. That's pretty funny.
I didn't know that either.
You scream skipping?
Wait, what was it that was in Black Egg again?
A shriek, I think.
A shriek. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, only 9. Okay, it definitely felt like it was more than that.
It's just because it was so long to find dive, and then
Yeah,
the
I
fact
guess.
that 2 of the dives were dive locked was great.
Yeah. No, yeah, it is still a lot, but
I mean, it just felt so bad, like going through areas and then not being able to full clear because I don't have dive.
yeah. And then Dreamgate was super late for both teams too. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
even set up for it later.
Tim confirmed it for us, but early on we guessed based on the timings that Wings had to be in Dark Journeys, given that Emo was in Cliffs, and given the gap of time, we figured it was probably just a rough Dark Journeys strip.
Oops,
Yeah,
I didn't.
honestly, pretty
I mean,
fun guessing
it was
game,
worth
trying
it.
to
Yeah.
go just by the recent item tracker and guess where people are.
Oh yeah, right. We had the read on dive at Crossroads Acid Totem because you got the grub and then got dive and Crossroads. Like, that has to be that check. What other check could it be?
And then it was confirmed by the compass in Fog Canyon.
Yeah, I got like I failed Dark Journeys once, and then I just like went out and did the other checks, and then came back to it. Like I lit. Oh, I didn't have to
Okay,
light
yeah.
lantern because it was Grim Child at in Cliffs.
Right.
It's funny. But yeah, I came back to it later. I'm like, oh, Wings is here. Hi.
Okay,
See,
so
I was thinking that it might have been you did all of the checks like in the main Cliffs room. Like we're going towards Green Path, and then like Blossom found Sports Room, and you had to go back to put on the Balder Killer.
That was also the case, but
okay.
But I just did Dark Journeys again because I'm like, okay, well, I like Cliffs is like what, this insane amount of.
Yeah, it was like 5 still at that point, right?
Yeah.
I found Grim Child, so it was 4, but
It was 4,
yeah.
okay.
So I was like, I have to do Dark Journeys. Like I might be a little bit bad at this, but we have C dash. Like,
But
it's fine.
yeah, that's so worth it.
I mean, yeah, there was Wings there, 100% worth it.
I mean, even not like it's a guaranteed major, really good chance of both of them being major. Like,
Yeah.
Scout.
Oh.
Both of our runners finishing Radiance here. And we have a GG from Scout in the chat, so
Okay,
we know they're fine. And there's the GG from Ihniy.
How is Emo's gameplay so blob-like? Emo is a blob.
True.
Team blob, yippee!
Great, so we'll go ahead and see if Scout and Ihniy want to join for a quick interview to wrap things up.
Sure.
GG.
Hi, GG.
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 Oh boy.
So, how about the lantern and those dives, huh?
Oh my god. Yeah.
How was your Tim Seed experience?
I'm sorry, I should have asked for consent first before I gave you a Tim seed.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, we were like very behind because of dark rooms and dive. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
like I can do dark rooms like somehow I can. Yeah. Even issue, so we will like delaying all this dark stuff until like the very moment. Very last
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah,
Emo
it's just
I
a
was
rough stage
screaming
for-
when I got first dash. Oh my god.
You guys got Dash before Team Blue did by
Mhm.
a decent margin.
Yeah.
But yeah, Emo did Dark Journeys very early on and had
Mhm,
Wings
mhm.
forever.
Uh-huh. I see. Yeah. Makes sense.
The progression for Lantern this seed was disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, Grimchild was relatively early, but we have also issues with spells. We like all early game we were struggling a lot because we didn't have firepower at all.
Yeah, we all had
Yeah.
rage.
And having 2
I
dive
died
march
2
dives
times.
didn't help.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it
It
was tough, but
died
it
to
was fun, yeah.
GG2.
Oh yeah. Oh,
We
I
did
was
the Soul
dying
Warrior.
out.
Right, the Soul Warrior, and we don't talk about the other death.
Mm. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about the early game. I was like shaky hands, haha, copium. But like, no, that's okay.
Still shaky hands, by the way.
Yeah,
that's-
it was you all did really good in that race. It was really fun to watch.
Mhm.
Put on a good show.
Yippee.
Yeah.
Yeah, both teams
Yeah.
getting that water skip to the dash at Pale
Oh,
Orchid
yeah.
Idol first try.
Like,
First try
Yeah.
with like no dash or fireball to help set it up. Like
oh yeah.
it's just clean.
I was literally screaming.
Yeah.
Because like I'm going there and like, wait, I don't have dash, so how I'm supposed to like, okay, we ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, GG.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well,
GG.
if the runners have any last comments or things they want to say,
Thank you, Tim.
No.
Thank you, Tim,
No,
for the
Thank
seed.
you.
Yippee.
Thank you for having
Press
us.
G
Yeah.
to the
Yippee.
awesome. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I guess to let everyone know about the race that's coming up next, we have our very own Pure Nail here from the comms.
Hello.
Gonna be playing in a race. It'll be Pure Nail and Kama versus Glitchy and Ali. Coming up in just under 15 minutes, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I think it'll go offline for a little bit just to switch restreamers and stuff, but we'll be back on pretty quickly.
I'm gonna go make a sandwich real quick before the race.
Good.
Food is
Yippee.
See ya.
GG, everyone.
GG.
See ya.
Bye.
GG.